Hey, I'm Lena Smalling, aka Rocket Girl, and this is where I work.
That's all they wanna do. They fix it up for you. They're bound to break your lives. For you.
I have exactly 1 hour to build a ridiculous rocket from these objects. I'll get my tools and let's get the party started. Hi, friends. I'm gonna use these blades as rocket fins. I need a bigger one. Yes! Now we need something that can blast this motherfucker into the stars. Well, the neck here is to keep it balanced on the launch. Isn't this great? You reckon you can build a better rocket? Take up the challenge and show me your supersonic shit. 1. Collect the most ridiculous rocket parts you can think of. 2. Construct them into a rocket. 3. Add boosters. 4. Launch it. And 5. Reach 1 kilometer minimum. See you around. so stoer. Lecture time. When was the first rocket-like device made? Renaissance Europe? Nope. Go further. China in the Yuan, Tang or Jin dynasty? Still miles off. In 400 before Christ, almost 2,000 years before the so-called Renaissance, a curveball called Archidas designed a steam-powered wooden pigeon that flew 200 meters with a bath of boiling water beneath its butt. Fast forward to the 11th century. Here we find records of the Song dynasty shooting fire arrows, tubes full of gunpowder tied to arrows lit and fired at the bad guys. Then we must thank the Mongols for bringing rocket tech to the Middle East, before it eventually exploded in Europe. By the 16th century, people were screaming for firework displays, aware that their fancy hair might catch fire too. Bavarian firework geologist Johann Schmidlapp was, they say, the first to invent a working step rocket. Schmidlapp's breakthrough meant fireworks could go way higher simply by sneaking a baby rocket inside the mummy. One that would ignite when the first one ran out of fuel. Now, who's heard of Nell? Nell's claim to astrofame is the first liquid-fueled rocket fired by Robert Goddard in 1926. It hit a giddy 12 meters high before crash landing in a cabbage field. Fueled with liquid oxygen and gasoline tanks under the nozzle, Nell ushered in the modern space age. We'll skip or maybe trample over Nazi scientist Wernher von Braun and his V2-Rakete and take one giant leap for humankind instead. Soviet satellite Sputnik 1 took off on October 4 in 1957, followed by Yuri dancing in space in 61, and in 1969, the first manned moon mission on board Apollo 11 with Neil and Buzz. That's Space Age 1. Phew. The sequel is now in the hands of a few private big tech billionaire space programs. But there is a much more interesting counter-movement going on called Next Space Rebels. It is led by space activist Radek Whitner. He's connecting amateur rocket builders from all around the globe in a fast-growing underground online community. By encouraging rocketeers to build and improve amateur rockets, he's opening up the technology for the likes of you, me, and the rest of our space-seeking species. Cool, huh? And don't you just love his motto? Space belongs to no one, space belongs to everyone. Hey, it's Rocket Girl here again. Today we are in Rayson's garage.
Yo, what's up?
Hey sir, how are you today?
Hi Lena, I'm good, thanks.
Just good? Good? You mean very good. We're here because your StarTube channel is 10 years old. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
We need to celebrate this. I'm your biggest fan. Not in a creepy way, you're safe with me.
Okay, thank you, Lena. Thanks.
Sort of.
Okay. No, it's so fun. And thank you, guys. I mean, wow, 10 years. Has it been really 10 years? God. But it's got me thinking, this milestone, you know? As long as StarTube and the internet are going to be around, my videos and tutorials are going to be there for years and years to come. But I'm a channel in my own right? I mean, I love making real things work when they're not supposed to. Now, I've made enough working objects to fill an aircraft hangar. And so, like any fading rock star cashing in after 10 years, I've put together the most absurd rockets I've ever created in a small compilation film, sort of best of or greatest hits from outer space. So, you know, should you ask me, oi, Racing, what have you been doing for the past 10 years? I'll quietly say.
And what's this?
It's not all just about size, Lena. See, not all of my rockets need to reach another planet. Now, having said that, I do like to arm wrestle with the laws of nature every now and then. I created this whirling dervish in a challenge some years ago. See, the second these engines ignite, it starts to spin around like a runaway tumbleweed. Max count, 22 loopings. That's why I call her Loopy Loop.
22 loops. Wow, that's insane. That's pretty useless if you ask me.
Yeah, well, you know, I think the world would be a better place if people just embraced a little more experimentation.
True.
Feel good failure. This one was a failure. Don't touch it.
Oh, sorry. See.
Hi.
Jawohl.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, indeed. This supermodel here is called the Rough Decoupler. I made it to experiment with different rocket stages and remote ignition timing. Now, with these ingenious decouplers, I can split the rocket as it gains altitude. And this brings a shitload of fun. Oh, shit. Can I say shit?
Yes, no problem.
Yay! It brings a shitload of fun to the pod. No. But it's also crucial for reaching crazy heights without carrying all the extra luggage from used-up fuel tank. Now, it's called the Rough Decoupler because it kind of works, but it's not really elegant yet. So if you have the time... Oh, yay.
So, tell me about this beast. It looks terrifying.
Oh, yes. No, this one looks like me. It likes the alcohol.
A lot. It dons as much raw vodka as I do over a weekend. Just kidding. Half a sherry, Friday night. Steady hands, see? The Drunken Sailor! Ladies and gentlemen, the Drunken Sailor! No, it uses a homebrewed alcohol as its main propellant, actually. It's one of my first successful experiments with a liquid fuel system.
So, rocket fuel doesn't have to be stratospherically expensive if you brew it yourself.
Bingo.
Okay, now you've made me curious. Do you drink it? And come to think of it, are you drunk right now, sir?
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. I'm appalled with the question.
Sorry.
Last time I was drunk was 1969. I was having a party with some friends and we were apart.
Just kidding. Although, I think it's only 3 more hours until sherry o'clock.
I stand here today to wake you up to what's happening way up there in low Earth orbit against our will. In case you've been living in a cave, the space race is on. At present, the only runners in this race are a handful of double-dealing governments, narcissistic billionaires, and big tech bullies with their private space projects, stealing and selling our data to faceless bots to earn enough to buy the mineral rights to Mars. They assume space is a playground for the rich, and they can shut us out.
No way.
Well, let me tell you this. They are wrong. They are so wrong. We have no option. It's time to castrate this internet cartel. StarTube, StarConnect, StarChat, we all know who you are. This is our moment, the birth of a new digital future, led by a worldwide movement of everyday Joes who give a shit, like you and me. Together we can democratize space and launch a vigilante DIY internet, one that we build, launch, and own ourselves from scratch. And here's how. The United Nations has decreed, with our collective blessing, that space starts 100 kilometers above Earth's surface. And this no man's land has a technical term. It's called commons, which means, my friends, that space is for everyone. And I mean everyone! Yeah, that's you, me, him, her, they, them, us. And not just a few self-obsessed billionaires who jerk off on launching electric cars into space, doing what the heck they like, just because there's no space police to pull them over and no space laws to lock them up. We all know these greedy giants will take advantage of this loophole and freeze us out unless we stand up and speak out as one united force. If we do, we can claim these commons and we can create a new wild place in space beyond their capitalist claw. A cosmic belt of mortal hope for everyday citizens. A defiant and mutinous stage where we can run riot with other space outlaws and ultimately save the human race from becoming lab rats for the rich. Sure. We know putting things into space ain't cheap. But the entire space industry it's growing like crazy. There's so many mavericks out there already, building rockets and launching microsatellites into orbit. I predict a new space wave in the very near future. So here I am, calling all of you to join me right here, right now. To ride this mother of waves all the way up and away, deep into the first free zone of outer frickin' space. Come on near, mortals. Thou shalt not be governed on earth or above it. Destroy your human barcode. Rise up in the radicals. Pledge your soul to our space-based cult. Become a Rocketeer, and let's reboot the internet once and for all. Space is for everyone. Space is for everyone. Space is for everyone. Space is for everyone. Space is for everyone.
Guess who's back? It's me, Lena.
And I'm Batman.
Just kidding, it's me, Raymond Sunderman. Now, Lena, what inconceivable thing are we going to build today?
Turn my bike into a rocket.
Crikey, you're psychic. Great minds.
Think alike.
We're going to take your bike, make lightning strike, and turn it into a rocket bike.
Easier done than said.
Yeah, in a way. Right, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1. Whoa! Oh, groovy bike.
Groovy gear.
Oh, let's get to it.
Yes. Cool.
Careful for the oil. Oh wait, I can do it with my finger.
What's the next step?
Oh my god, yes, that's brilliant, yes! Safety first.
Here's the hair.
Those are the dirtiest hands I've seen since the First World War. You need a screwdriver? Cross or a minus thing?
It's alive.
Good job.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of us.
Don't do this at home. Do it at home.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the world's first bike rocket. I mean, is this the world's first bike rocket, do you think?
I don't know.
I haven't done any research either. Let's just coin it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's first bike rocket. All right, now, this is the final part. Come very close here. If you mess this up, it'll be the end of the world. Here we go. Final wire. I think we're going to launch it.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Oh, God, okay, be very careful, because this might blow any minute. Okay, follow me. Okay, we've got this. This is going to be so amazing. All right, now, I'm a gentleman. My lady, would you be so kind?
Thank you, Sarah.
Could you give me a countdown from 5?
Yes. 5.
5.
4. 3. 2. 1. Lift off! Oh my God!
Oh, shit.
So sad.
Ah, well. Did you get that?
Now, listen up. In my humble opinion, the real future of space tech is in the hands of us, the hobbyists. That you and me, the underdogs, everybody howl. We need to hunt in packs, and the planet's biggest pack of space amateurs, growing by the day, are these guys. Next Space Rebels. This movement has real revolutionary roots. It first sparked into life around 12 years ago, when Radek Wittner, the Che Guevara behind all of this, put a call out to start a global space program. Mark my words, it's freaking amazing. Next Space Rebels may be modest and feel like they're hobbyists, but among them, among us, there are some astonishingly, amazingly ace rocket scientists. They don't want to be part of the established space scene. They want to reinvent it and do it themselves. DIY. So, to make it crystal clear, what the heck is Next Space Rebels? It's a worldwide community of space enthusiasts, scrap pirates, tech nerds, and rocket activists. It's basically Mad Max 160 kilometers above Earth. It's the biggest global open source space program, made up of more than 62,000 revolutionaries wired up to each other across the globe. They work with a crumb of the budget of, say, NASA, using mainly recycled materials and homebrew fuel. It's beautiful. It's limitless, and it's open to anyone. I decided to join the Next Space Rebels family. Will you too? Oh, remember? Space belongs to no one. Space is for everyone. So today we're gonna visit the man who started the Next Space Rebels movement, Radek Wittner, and his headquarters are based in this old warehouse.
Hey, Lena. I mean, Rocket Girl. I'm a big fan. Here, come in.
Thanks.
How are you today? You good?
Yes. Thank you.
This is where the idea to free up the world from digital despots was born. Now let me start with the hard truth. You are a product, a commodity, a lump of gelatinous data for tech billionaires to sling on the roulette wheel, scooping the jackpot every second of the day 1 trillion times over. Now take that in. Think it through. They are your pimps and you are their meat. This is moral, mental, and spiritual prostitution. And it's not just you, it's me, it's all of us. We've all been fucked over by the internet cartel. A small, tight, insidious group of mega wealthy digital dictators monopolizing the deepest components of our personal lives. In the same way the oil industry cartel raped the planet of its invaluable and finite resources the last century. But the airwaves are worth more than the oil pipelines. Data, it's more addictive and lucrative than the most destructive drug on earth.
Yeah.
Come on, kids, smell the caffeine. We are their mules. They lure us in with, hey, it's free. We drool, our hearts quicken, we sprint like lemmings towards their money-making cliff and sell our souls for what? For what?
Nothing.
For a few likes?
Yeah.
For a one-on-one with our heroes, even though we know it's not really them?
Yeah, you're right.
They've corrupted the very idea of free in our heads. We are anything but. We are imprisoned on Earth like internet cattle, handcuffed to our devices with electrodes to our skulls. And like all dictators, they want more. Their next target? No man's land, 100 kilometers up there. The unknown and unowned. And these bastards show no mercy. They're up there planting satellites while we plant trees. And they don't just hope. No, they state it's their divine fucking right to move their tax-evading operation from offshore to off-planet.
Can I have a seat?
Yeah, please have a seat. And money is no issue, eh? They have pockets deeper than a black hole.
Yeah.
But their vision of a gigantic satellite infrastructure has one tiny flaw. Us. The insurgents, the ungovernable, the next space rebels. We have formed to sever their stranglehold and bring back the founding soul of what the internet was always meant to be. It's a universal social space, independent of the tyrannies any government, company or individual seeks to impose on us. It's a place that grows naturally, fed by all of us, owned by none of us. A world that is both everywhere and nowhere. A world that all may enter without privilege or prejudice accorded by race, economic power, military force, or station of birth. John Perry Barlow, we owe you, we love you. If you don't know him, look him up. True to his spirit, we are creating his feral child. And to bring this baby into being, we must launch a countercultural armada of self-made satellites into the skies. And we're not kidding. This homespun network can and will create a whole new internet with the same DNA as its punk-loving papa. Now, who's in and who's not?
I'm in.
You up for it? Looks like StarConnect blocked you too. And I'm guessing they pulled the plug on your StarTube account, am I right? Petty fuckers hate being slagged off. Tell me you spoke out and gave them some shit. You're not the only one. You're in good company. Join the mutiny. The NSR network is right up your street. Right now it's a work in progress, but we can let you in the side door to see and maybe even influence what our punk network will become. Imagine a totally new digital space built by us for us, devoid of StarTube and the rest of the internet cartel. Sound good? Then come on in.
I've always been a space travel nerd. It feels like home to me. I'd love to show you around up there one day. And that day is getting closer. Space is getting closer. It's no longer the final frontier. Forget the race to the moon or Mars. The real 21st century space race is just a few hundred kilometers above us in low Earth orbit. This is the next Wild West of space, with huge tech giants fighting over a new kind of gold, the internet. Beamed by satellite to connect everyone, and I mean everyone, on Earth. So you see, the prize is humongous. Let me take you through a few of the competitors. First up, we have OuterWeb. They're the granddaddy. They've spent years, if not decades, on a massive low Earth orbit constellation that could reach every person on planet Earth, wherever they are. along came StarConnect, and they stole OuterWeb's idea and set up a production line building sats and rockets almost as fast as cars. It was neck and neck. And then we forced our way in. And by we, I mean you, me, and a growing army of motherfucking space activists. We are everything they're not. Small, nimble, self-taught, no baggage, and out to change and free the world from the tyranny of old tech. Calling all next space rebels out there. Stop big corporations from getting the monopoly they want so bad. The future of our data, our privacy, and our human identity is in your hands. Join the outsiders in the space race. You are one of us now. Hey Rocket Heads, I'm here at the NSR headquarters with some of your questions for Radik. It seems his eagle's nest has moved. Jongens, weten we daar iets van? Kunnen we dat misschien uitzoeken? Let's give it another try. Hey.
Hey, Lina. What a surprise.
Is it?
Welcome to the Eagle's Nest 2.0. Yeah, I know it doesn't really have the vibe of the old Bohemian warehouse.
I love that place.
I can assure you this new HQ will open up the right doors, the ones that go up there.
Oh, really? This place reeks of money, man.
I can assure you I'm paying for this all out of my own pocket for the time being.
Poor you.
I want the next Space Rebels to be more than a rudderless mishmash of super keen but disjointed rocket nerds. And that starts with a professional image. The world should see the scale of our ambition.
It looks like we're becoming part of the very system we are resisting.
no, it's-
Yes. What's next? A merger with StarConnect?
Don't worry, I'm a man of my word. There's absolutely no collaboration with StarConnect yet.
Yet.
The truth is, I'm having conversations with them, but I'm not really allowed to talk about it. They're impressed by the solidarity and dedication we have as a community. And they can't believe we launch our rockets for next to nothing. But have no fear, the next Space Rebels are not selling their souls. But for a second, just suppose we could really, really make our dreams come true with that extra helping hand.
Maybe you're in too deep,
No,
but
it's
no.
not-
But
it's not-
listen, a deal with StarConnect would not only mean we sell our soul.
No,
we
it's- you're
also
making it a bigger
abandon the
issue.
next Space Rebels dream.
No, you're making it a bigger issue than it is.
It is a big issue.
Look, it's okay. That's okay. I really, really understand your resistance. I really do.
You don't.
Let me reassure you, there is no deal. And if there were, why shouldn't we make money with our ideals? Or rather,
Why?
no, why shouldn't we use the money of a third party for the pursuit of our ideals?
Who am I talking to here? Is this really you? The community is never going to accept this.
You're missing the point.
I missed the
You're
point.
missing the point. We remain autonomous, completely in charge of our ideas. Look, the difference is that with this kind of investment, we not only have the resources for a free internet, the entire cosmos opens up for us. Come on, dare to dream, Lina. Hey, it would do you good too. If all of this becomes a reality, I personally guarantee that the money will reach everyone in the community.
I'm not convinced, Radik. I really hope you will make the right choice.
Look, it's not.
So here we are again, and Radik invited me. He said he wanted to show me something.
This is what the future of our internet looks like.
This is actually what we call a PowerSat. It's a satellite that I've developed alongside the community that we're going to launch into low Earth orbit using our very own rockets. Because we're going to need heaps more of them. But eventually, when they form their own herd over 100 kilometers up, they'll form a brand new alternative satellite constellation around the globe.
This is the infrastructure for our own next Space Rebels network. And we can make these power sats at the fraction of the cost of the ones StarConnect sweat over. And given time, they'll work just as well.
Better. In a few days' time, we're going to launch a bunch of them into the air that you might be able to see with an interstellar telescope. The next step is to rig up a global grid of Next Space Rebels ground station.
All the plans and blueprints you need are openly available online.
Rebels are out there, Lena, downloading data, building ground stations all around the globe as we speak. But in reality, they protect the magic box inside, a satellite dish. Now, this dish light communicates with the big satellite, the power sat, and then beams a brand new net around the globe, run and owned by us.
Now, the power sats will eventually form a low-latency constellation, a grid of satellites to free us from the data dictatorship.
Fuck you, Goliath. Come on, David.
So yeah, I made this. It's mine, my baby, my beauty. Love it.
Here's how it works. The ground stations function as gateways that relay our internet data to and from the satellite via radio waves. And people want to join the Next Space Rebels internet, need a small dish antenna with a transceiver. That's it.
That's simple. It's beautiful.
And it's exactly where we want to be. I mean, a completely worldwide coverage via a completely independent internet infrastructure, free from the internet cartel.